A nuclear fusion company claims they can create gold with a nuclear fusion power plant up to 3 tons a year.
For thousands of years, gold has been the ultimate symbol of security. It's the safe haven asset, the foundation of empires, and the one constant in a world of financial chaos. Its value is built on a single, unshakable belief: scarcity. But today, that belief is no longer unshakable. It's a clue to a story that is unfolding in advanced physics labs and secretive startup boardrooms. A story of nuclear alchemy, market psychology, and a ticking clock on gold's 5,000-year reign. This isn't just a scientific breakthrough. It's a deliberate attempt to engineer the end of scarcity, and it's a choice that is becoming a major red flag for us all. So in this video, we're going to follow that clue. First, we'll look at the official claims from the company that says it can manufacture gold on an industrial scale. Second, we'll investigate the 3 critical and often hidden red flags that challenge this entire narrative. And most importantly, we'll explain why this futuristic technology, even decades away from reality, is already a clear and present danger to the global financial system. Okay, let's start with the central claim that is shaking the foundations of the precious metals market. A San Francisco-based startup, Marathon Fusion, has published research claiming it has a viable method to transmute a base metal, mercury, into gold. This isn't about discovering a new mine. It's about manufacturing gold as a byproduct of a nuclear fusion power plant. The process is based on established physics. A deuterium-tritium fusion reaction, the leading model for future clean energy, releases a massive number of high-energy particles called fast neutrons.
By harnessing the searing forces at the heart of a nuclear fusion reactor, the startup proposes it can transmute mercury or potentially other metals into gold, using high-energy neutrons as their philosopher's stone.
Marathon Fusion's design proposes surrounding the reactor core with a blanket of a specific isotope, mercury-198. When these fast neutrons bombard the mercury, they trigger a nuclear reaction that transforms it into an unstable isotope, mercury-197. Within 64 hours, this unstable element naturally decays into the stable precious metal we all know, gold-197. The production numbers they claim are staggering, up to 5,000 kilograms of gold per year per reactor. To put that in perspective, that's roughly equivalent to the entire annual output of one of the world's largest gold mines. Now, the concept of nuclear transmutation is not new. In fact, scientists at CERN's Large Hadron Collider have already proven it's possible, successfully turning lead into gold. But this is where the context becomes critical. Over 4 years of experiments, the total amount of gold CERN produced was just 29 picograms, a quantity so infinitesimally small it is invisible and economically worthless. It was a proof of concept, nothing more. So when you put these 2 facts together, a concept proven at a microscopic scale and a commercial claim of industrial scale production, you get the central conflict of our story. But the real danger isn't hidden in the physics. It's in the overlooked liabilities that turn this futuristic dream into a present-day financial red flag. The race to create gold has uncovered a set of challenges so immense they threaten to undermine the entire project. And more importantly, the narrative of this technology has already been unleashed upon the market. Now at this point, you might be asking, what are these hidden challenges? our investigation has identified 3 fundamental red flags that are systematically ignored in the hype surrounding this story. Red flag number 1, the radioactive liability. The first problem is a matter of nuclear chemistry. The gold produced by this process is contaminated with a radioactive isotope, gold-198. This means the freshly minted gold is dangerously radioactive. According to the data, it would need to be securely stored in shielded facilities for 14 to 18 years before its radiation levels fall below safety thresholds. Let's translate this into financial terms. This isn't an asset, it's a long-term liability. You have a product that generates zero cash flow for nearly 2 decades while incurring significant storage and security costs. It is an illiquid, hazardous material long before it can ever become a marketable commodity. This fact alone fundamentally challenges the economic viability of the entire enterprise. Red flag number 2, the impossible supply chain. The second red flag lies in the fuel required to run the fusion reactor, tritium. While its partner fuel, deuterium, is abundant, tritium is one of the rarest and most expensive substances on Earth, costing roughly $30,000 per gram. The entire global inventory of tritium is estimated to be only around 20 kilograms. Yet a single commercial-grade fusion reactor would consume about 125 kilograms per year. The math simply doesn't work. While the reactor is designed to produce some of its own tritium, that technology is also unproven at scale. The business model depends on a fuel that is orders of magnitude scarcer and more expensive than the gold it aims to produce. This brings us to the biggest red flag of all. The entire business model of Marathon Fusion is effectively an add-on for a machine that does not yet exist, a commercial nuclear fusion power plant. The world's largest and most advanced fusion experiment, ITER, is a multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar project that has been plagued by massive delays and cost overruns. Its current timeline doesn't project full power operations until 2039 at the earliest. Marathon Fusion is selling a feature for a product that is realistically decades away from commercial viability. It is a business built on a technological paradox, a promise dependent on another, much larger promise that has yet to be fulfilled. As a final thing, it's clear that the practical industrial scale manufacturing of gold is not an immediate threat. The technical and economic hurdles are immense. But the most significant danger from this story is not the technology itself. It is the narrative. The simple, powerful idea that gold scarcity can be engineered away is now a permanent fixture in the market's consciousness. We have already seen this play out. The invention of lab-grown diamonds shattered the carefully crafted narrative of natural diamond scarcity, causing prices to plummet and throwing the entire industry into chaos. The threat to gold is no longer theoretical. Since this news gained traction in April 2025, the market has already reacted. Gold prices have fallen by 8%, while assets with mathematically guaranteed scarcity, like Bitcoin, have risen 18%. This choice to pursue the destruction of physical scarcity is the final clue in our story, and it's the biggest red flag of all. The financial markets are beginning to reevaluate the very definition of value. The 5,000-year-old narrative of gold is now facing a direct challenge from the narrative of technological progress. And that battle of narratives, regardless of when the first radioactive kilogram of gold is produced, has already begun.